I brought up this web page because what we're talking about today is the technology assessment that we are using in the district. All of the school board members have access to this assessment, and what you're seeing right now is our dashboard. What you can do when you log into this is actually drill down and look at individual items that fall into this framework. So every board member has access. If you want to look at it further after the meeting, I would encourage you to do so. I'm not going to spend a lot of time drilling down because we could spend hours talking about it, and we literally have spent hours going over this assessment to come up with our results. The case technology assessment is a scientifically designed research instrument that's used by thousands of schools across the United States to measure the impact of technology. We talked about the Century Grant today. We talked about things that we had seen at the school board convention. But what we really want to do is find out what impact that technology is making and how are we using it. So we found this assessment and we implemented it this fall, and we got back some good data. What you're looking at right now is the dashboard. And CASE stands for those 4 indicators. Number 1 being the classroom, number 2 being access, number 3 skills, and 4 environment. It's really easy to read because they use a color coding system. Gray is not very good. Red means there's a need. Yellow is okay. Green is good, and blue is exemplary. So if you look at this, it gives us a real quick snapshot of where we're at with our technology integration. Cause for concern is classroom. We see that we have a lot of work to do. One thing that's interesting with this assessment, if you go and drill down in there, you can compare our district to districts in Wisconsin and nationally. And I will tell you that we're not alone. There's a lot of districts that are struggling with this in this area. So it's not that we're doing a poor job compared to others. This is a very challenging aspect of integrating technology, and a lot of districts are yet to actually make it to the next step where every teacher has great professional development, is ready to use that technology. So if you look, there's also sub-indicators underneath there, teachers, students, digital citizenship. So there's even more information under those indicators that kind of tells you what they're made up from. The best thing that the district is doing right now is access. We know because of the Century Grant we've had fantastic access, and that's only improved since we brought in more devices to the elementary schools. So we're doing pretty good there. Skills is also pretty good. We've done a decent job with the foundational skills for using computers. The environment, that talks about all the things that support using technology, policies and procedures, the actual support from our tech IT staff, professional learning, and beliefs. One thing I really liked when I looked at this, and it was very encouraging, if you look at that sub-indicator there, beliefs, we really have a strong belief in this district from all stakeholders, teachers and students, that using technology is meaningful and important. So that's something great that we can build on. If we have that belief that people think, you know, having these Chromebooks or having Android tablets or laptops matters, then we can get the professional development done. So what we did when we looked at this, we wanted to think, how would we use this to impact the classroom to make a difference with students? We determined that we really needed to develop some good professional development goals. And from that, we developed 3 major professional development goals. The first goal that we had was to improve our use of online assessments at all levels, and that includes using Moodle, Google Forms, Edmodo, any assessments that we could come up with. The second thing that we determined was that there was really a need to teach collaboration and communication skills using the technology. We've done a lot of good work with that with Google and other tools. The third is digital citizenship, and that's an all-encompassing area that really talks about how do we teach kids how to use the technology safely and responsibly in school and outside of school. It involves things like netiquette, internet safety, how do we combat cyberbullying, all those things that are really important to become a good digital citizen in the 21st century. So those are our 3 major goals. We have started doing the professional development, and we're continuing with that. We have a series of more professional development offerings coming out this second semester, and we're going to keep building on those. We're in it for the long haul, too. This isn't going to happen overnight. I don't expect that indicator to just flip when we give this again in the spring. We're looking at 2 or 3 years down the road, and I think that's realistic. We don't expect this to happen overnight. So what this really does is show us that there's a big need for professional development, and we have to follow through on that. We've hired the integration specialists, we've made great plans, and we just have to figure out the best way to do that. That's pretty much it for my presentation. I'm not going to drill down into it. I could show you things if you were interested. I think that's something I would encourage you to do on your own. Yeah.
Along that lines, so I've got this on my, school,
Yep.
on my iPad, but I can't, this isn't interactive. How do I get to that?
You have to log in using those credentials that were provided to you. And
Okay.
if you can't get them to work, I can help you with that too.
Yeah, I think we need to.
On the Bright Bites.
Yeah, Bright Bites.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a while.
You should have gotten an email that invited you, and then you'd be able to log in.
Oh,
and if you
okay,
didn't,
okay.
I can send you another one or send
Sure.
you your login
We might not have
credentials too.
invited
Got it today, I think.
I might
Sorry.
not have. Okay,
Sorry.
you think it just came today?
No,
Okay.
no. Weeks
No?
ago.
It depends. So I added some of the other board members that weren't originally added on.
Okay.
Well, I just got one today.
You just got invited? Okay, good, very good, thank you.
Right, any questions for Brian?
Thank you for
Yeah, thanks.
doing.
Yep.
Very helpful. All right. Request for educational assistant FTE.